Hello everybody, I'm Victoria Reyes-García. I'm currently an ICREA Research Professor at the Autonomous University of Barcelona. My current research focuses on the relevance of indigenous and local knowledge systems to understand and address the environmental and climatic crisis. During my BA in History, I participated in many discussions about the political, economic, and social impacts of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Responses to climate change that prioritize technological management reproduce the colonial model of undervaluing indigenous and local knowledge systems and have, so far, had a limited success in tackling the underlying drivers of climate change. Preventing irreversible catastrophic damage to humanity and nature requires a transformation that transcends prevailing modes of knowing and acting. I'm convinced that indigenous and local knowledge systems can inspire such paradigm shift, for which I continue working to break walls between knowledge systems. Climate change is the most urgent and complex problem faced by humanity. No single discipline, no single knowledge system can address such complexity on its own. In that context, scientists and policymakers have started to consider how the inclusion of plural knowledge systems could inform climate policy, science, and social action. Indigenous people and local communities with a long history of interaction with the environment have developed knowledge systems that allow them to detect climate change impacts on their territories and livelihoods. Beyond factual information, these knowledge systems are based on values, worldviews, and beliefs that have resulted in minimal climate impacts. Such ways of thinking could also contribute to the design of alternative responses to climate change impacts and to alternative relationships between people and nature. However, walls between knowledge systems aver collaborative approaches that emphasize the potential role of multiple knowledge systems to inform climate policy, science, and action. My current research contributes to breaking these walls. I coordinate a network of 50 researchers who use a standard protocol to document indigenous and local knowledge of climate change manifestations, drivers, impacts, and adaptations. Results indicate that indigenous and local knowledge systems not only detect changes in climatic variability, but also the impacts of these changes on biophysical systems. Results also show that indigenous people and local communities associate climate change impacts to the social, political, and ecological context in which they occur. Results also indicate that plural knowledge systems are locally used to generate responses to climate change impacts. Overall, my work fills theoretical and methodological gaps on climate change impacts research and helps bridge epistemological differences between plural knowledge systems.